Hey, what's up you guys? Chris here, back with another video. Now, for the longest time, I've always wished there was a legit way to be able to play my Switch or other game consoles on my iPad. And over the years, there have been little to no success. Until now. Earlier this month, Apple had their yearly WWDC conference where they showed off both the new hardware they were creating as well as the software coming to new and existing devices. In this conference, we got a lot of information on the newest versions of iOS and iPadOS. On the surface, there's not much that has changed in these operating systems that would be a huge cause of excitement, but there is one new feature that Apple didn't really mention, and that's for the support of external cameras on the iPads that run iPadOS 17. Okay, I'm sure you're probably wondering, how could this possibly have anything to do with using your iPad as a display when gaming? And I didn't even think of this possibility until I came across this tweet from Genki, a company that's known for making gaming accessories, especially for the Nintendo Switch. In this tweet, the company showed the iPad displaying a Nintendo Switch home screen, and after reaching out, they mentioned that this was due to the iPadOS developer update, which unlocked external camera support. If you aren't familiar with Genki, then you should probably know that they create a product that I have right here called the Genki Shadowcast. It's basically a small capture card you could use on your PC or Mac, and capture cards function a lot like external cameras. For the lack of a better term, it kind of tricks your computer into thinking that the image displayed is from an external camera, and that's where the Shadowcast comes in. Before we continue, guys, I just really quickly wanted to tell you about the giveaway we're doing. I'm doing a giveaway with Cellacore, and basically they make these really cool neon signs. They sent me over one of these Pokeball neon signs, and it is so cool. It plugs in via USB, and it's actually very bright for what you expect. It is super cool. If you hold down the button, it will change how bright it is. If you want a chance to win one of these Pokeball neon signs, be sure to check out my Instagram, which will be linked in the bio. The day this video goes up, I will also put a post on Instagram, and the contest will go for about a week. All you'll need to do is follow me, comment on the post, maybe even tag a friend, and once the week is over, I'll be sure to pull those names of the people who won, and I'll reach out so we can figure out how to get your neon sign over to you. But back to the video. So all you need is an iPad running iPadOS 17. I'll have the qualifying iPads listed in the description, and you also need a Genki Shadowcast. Just note that iPadOS 17 is still in its development beta phase, which means it's not out to the public. But if you want to test it out, you can log into the development website, which I will also link in the description, where you basically just need to log in with your Apple account, and it will let you download the development beta for free. If you're a little nervous about downloading a developmental beta for iPadOS, then you can actually wait a couple more weeks and there will be a public beta released, which will be a lot more accessible and a lot more stable. That being said, all betas are unstable to a certain degree, so download at your own risk and make sure you back up all of your saved data on your phone or iPad or whatever you do when you use a beta. So once you have your iPad updated with the latest iPadOS beta, all you need to do is go to arcade.genkithings.com. It'll display some cool looking screen, and then you could plug your Shadowcast into your iPad and then the opposite end into your game console of choice. This one is a Switch. Editing Chris here real quick. I just wanted to mention from this point on, I'm actually going to talk about some issues we have when trying to use the Genki Shadowcast with your iPad. One of the things I mentioned is the latency and it basically being unusable. I actually started filming B-roll to showcase the issues I was having, and I've tested it on 2 separate occasions within the last day or two, and it actually is working fine. I was gonna cut it out of the video in general, but then the context of the video itself won't make sense and the ending will just really won't make sense. So from this point on, just disregard that part, and then also take note that any B-roll you see of the Switch playing on the iPad is going to be from what I'm recording now, which is better latency and better performance. So since this is still a beta and Genki hasn't had much time to optimize for the new update, there are some things to consider. For some reason, the Switch would only show up if I put it in favor resolution mode, and if I switched it to favor performance, it would just launch the camera on my iPad. And then there's one other thing that's pretty important, and that is that the signal is a bit laggy. To be honest, I can't see myself playing anything on it yet. It's too touch and go. I can never get a consistent enough signal going so the game is playable. You're probably wondering why I would even show this to you if it isn't fully functional yet, and the reason why is that it's progress. We've never had this ability before, and just simply adding a feature to use an external camera on the iPad has made room for so much more in the future. Mind you, this is all running through Safari on iPad, but with the new available features in iPadOS 17, they could possibly make an app that's more optimized and functions a lot better, and even other companies can hop in here, like Elgato. Like, can you imagine being able to stream from your iPad just using your iPad itself and then your Switch or other game console? Like, that would be wild. Anyway, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Would you use your iPad to play games on the go? Do you see the value of this overall? I'll be keeping an eye out to see how things progress and update people on my social media accounts, which will also be linked in the description. And I'm really excited for this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and subscribe for future video game content, and I'll see you guys next time.